And we at it. We live.
Live on a Wednesday.
What's good?
What's good, baby?
Bang, bang, Niner game. Smoke them Falcons.
How about them Cowboys?
Let's cue this intro.
Get it.
This week on the Unbeaten, are the Eagles back in championship form and finally past all of their drama? Or is this just the beginning? In the crowded competitive
We
NFL,
fired up.
who will reign supreme? We look at every division for the
Call tech support.
Hold on.
The joy of being live. Hey, man, it's all good, man.
It's all good. We're going to get this thing figured out.
We got we got to drop that. We got to drop that, man. We got to drop it. You know what I mean? But
Oh, there it is.
boom, boom.
This week on the Unbeaten, are the Eagles back in championship form and finally past all of their drama? Or is this just the beginning?
Look, man, it's like a radio broadcast right now. I love it, baby. Hey, yo, that lets you know how authentic we are, baby. It's like real time. You know, it's not nothing staged here. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing staged, nothing fake.
Yo, we all good. But right now, you want to be with Keith and Bernie. Mic check. Hey.
Yo, what up?
What up, Keith?
Trying to make it in this world.
Bro, it's a cruel world right now, man.
But it's a great day to be a Niner.
It's a great day. It's a great day to be a Cowboy too, man.
It ain't never a great day to be a Cowboys fan.
Hey, man, look. All I know is, we've been suffering a little bit, but y'all been suffering a little bit longer.
Fair point.
This week on the Unbeaten, are the Eagles back in
We
championship
determined to get that video up. Why is it not playing?
in the crowded competitive NFC?
That video is fire. I worked so hard on it.
Yes, we're having some technical issues. We're going to get this video up. Thanks for being patient with us. And I want to thank everybody. Up to 402 subscribers.
Hey, yo. Woo. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey. I want to thank everybody. You got to get, man. Give y'all for that. You know
That's
what
I'm talking about.
I got to hit him again. Hey, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love. Hey, man, we're always moving forward. We're always looking to improve each and every day. Even though we're having all kinds of technical difficulties right now, we appreciate those of you who rock with us, who are patient with us. You know what I mean? For checking in. I think, man, look, we thrive or strive to get better every week. You know what I mean? And that's the goal ultimately. And to see that, we had just gotten this thing started, and I think we had about 200 and something when we first jumped in, like a few weeks ago. We doubled that already. Hey, Keith, I told you we're gonna get 500 by the end of the month, man.
You did.
We still got time. So, but no, we're gonna keep and let people know the deal, man. Let them know to check in and join the mob, the Unbeaten mob. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for checking in. But you know what, Keith? Hey, man, let's go ahead and rock out, brother. We can just move forward on with everything. Hey, y'all want to catch that preview? Go ahead and look on Instagram or look on Facebook, and you'll see exactly what was intended to be playing in our intro. To kind of sum up or kind of give you an idea of what we were going to be talking about today. But all right, Keith, what we got, man? Let's go ahead and just run it down. Because look, man, we're all about improv, man, and adjusting and being resilient in the face of technical difficulties and all, man. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. but I want to get this damn video playing.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the 4 people rocking with us on YouTube. We got a good show set up for today.
Yeah.
Where do we want to start, man?
Hey,
This NFC is jumbled. Let's start here. Eagles favorites.
the
And the
Eagles,
NFC division. Are the Eagles favorites?
or the
Did they
Eagles.
make a statement with that win on Sunday?
All right. So the Eagles, of course, we know the Eagles finally threw the football down the field. And they finally threw the ball to AJ Brown. Right?
A lot.
Matter of fact, he caught a couple of touchdowns, a couple of tutties. Also Devontae Smith caught I think it was the longest pass of his career. Did I read that correctly?
Yep.
Yeah. So, it was
Jalen Hurts, perfect passer rating.
Right.
First time in his career, right? Or they said first time he's thrown for 300 yards in 2-3 years?
It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. And they beat a quality opponent whom many see as a contender in the NFC in the Minnesota Vikings, even though they had Carson Wentz at quarterback, the guy to whom lost his job to Jalen Hurts.
He sure did.
Yep. So,
but I mean, do we think they're a threat?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Hey, y'all tap in the comments, man. Do y'all think Philly is still a Super Bowl contender? Are they still a threat to win it all? Did you see something? Are they a sleeping giant? We know they got talent on the team. You know what I mean? We know what they have and what they're capable of. But do we believe in them? Personally, man, I'll tell you this. I will believe in them more when I see that running game take off. Like until I see more out of Saquon Barkley, I can't take them seriously in the manner that I did last season. I mean, you're
I disagree. I take them serious. They're defending Super Bowl champs.
Well, no. I don't mean by not taking them seriously, I'm not saying take them lightly. I mean, I'm talking about in comparison to the other teams in the NFC, getting out of the NFC. Because, I mean, it's competitive this year, man. I mean, there are going to be some good teams that don't make the playoffs this year. I mean, we can see that. There are going to be some teams with winning records out of the playoffs. When you look at we got some people checking in, you know what I mean? Yo, what up, Dom? What up, bro? He said, man, absolutely. Our offensive coordinator just got to get a better understanding of our biggest weapon.
Damn, shouldn't he have an understanding of that when he took the job? They just won the Super Bowl.
Man, I'm telling you. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man, because you looking at it like, I mean, Kellen Moore just brought variety. But you remember starting off, because we got when the Eagles fans starting to flood the comments. But you forgot starting off, Kellen Moore didn't have it together at first. He was still trying to figure it out a little bit when he first.
That's true, but he
got
it
trying
together.
to get. Yeah, he was dropping back. He had Jalen trying to drop back too much. You know what I mean? And it wasn't Jalen's game.
Oh, he want to sling that thing. That's Kellen Moore.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, when he was Dallas's offensive coordinator, they led the NFL in scoring.
Right.
So it's just a matter of what you can where you can apply your game plan. And because when you look at Saquon right now, I mean, he's obviously not rushing the same way he was. The offensive line is not as, I would say, not as
dominant.
Yes. So, I mean, it's just a matter of how we view them in comparison. I'm looking at them in comparison to the rest of the NFC. And I mean, even though they lost a couple of crucial games, I mean, I called the Rams fraudulent a couple of weeks ago. But I tend to forget, man, how we feel about Matthew Stafford.
I don't forget. I got to see him twice a year. I told you the Rams, they look like a juggernaut Sunday.
Absolutely, man. That was just
Stafford 5 tutties. And it's hard for me because I still want them to lose, but I have Matt Stafford as my starting quarterback in fantasy football.
No doubt. And the thing is, I mean, the way they beat up on the Jaguars, that's not the same Jaguars team from past years. That's been a good Jaguars team this season.
Absolutely.
And they were playing a home game in London because they played in
they
London
go over
more
there
than
every
anybody.
year.
So that was a quality dominant win over a team that has been playing really well on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, you and I talked at the beginning of the season, man, and when I pre-recorded shows and like in the beginning, right before the season started, actually, about Matthew Stafford, we kind of thought, felt like he might be the best QB in the NFC.
Right.
I
think he is.
I mean, when you really look at it, I mean, yeah, right now, even in that, as far as who's playing the best in the NFC, I mean, right now you're looking at him and you're looking at, Dak Prescott and, Jared Goff to an extent.
Those three probably. Yeah. That's who I would say. I mean,
Baker had a bad night the other night, but he's been playing out his mind too. So, but yeah, no, Matthew Stafford definitely,
that's
is that
true.
guy. Yeah, Kellen, yeah, he used to sling it back in Boise. He's a legend out of Boise State.
To his point, who's the only team to beat the Colts?
You said it again?
I said, who's the only team that beat the Colts?
Who is the only team that beat the Colts?
The Rams.
Yep.
So
I mean, and we're gonna get to the Colts in a little bit. I mean, that's a topic, we're gonna get into when we start talking about the Chiefs. But right now, specifically with the NFC, when you look at the landscape of the NFC, man, you almost got to go by division. Who do you view as, like, when you look at the playoff picture, who do you kind of see in there? I know, look, you probably seeing the 49ers in there. I know y'all been pulling out these victories.
I told you I liked our team at the beginning of the year because of what?
What? You say you didn't like them? Oh, you don't play anybody.
I mean, we play NFL teams, but
Man, get the hell out of here. Y'all don't play. Y'all got a soft schedule. Your hardest games are in your division.
Correct.
Because I mean, y'all do have a couple of heavy hitters in your division, in the Rams and the Seahawks. That Seahawks defense is to be taken seriously, and because I have them on my fantasy team, I rack up every week, and Sam Darnold is playing out his mind over there.
Right.
So
if you look at the playoff picture,
yes, allow it.
Huh?
Allow it.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
So you got Green Bay, San Francisco, Philly, then the Bucks, who fell. The Lions in the first wild card, then the Seahawks and Rams. So you got 3 NFC West teams right there in the playoffs as of today.
Yeah. I mean, y'all. What are they? I don't have my glasses on. What are most of the teams in that division? What are they, like, 5-2?
3 5-2 teams in the NFC West.
Yes.
Well, NFC best. My bad.
Ha! NFC best.
Yeah, best division in football.
Sure. I mean, in the NFC North also, they all have. I think they're all over 500 at least.
Yeah, they'll have 2 teams in right now.
Yep, and then everybody else is just division winners.
Hey, my man said the 49ers need to throw Kittle that rock. Fantasy. Hey, he did. Hey, he opened up the whole Christian McCaffrey's fantasy. George Kittle said a lot of blocks against Atlanta, man, to spring McCaffrey for a big game.
He did.
200 yards from scrimmage.
He did, man.
So you asked me what I think the shakedown?
Yep.
I will say that the Lions will end up overtaking the Packers. The thing about that is the Packers already got the head-to-head on the first time, so that next time they play the Lions is going to be a huge game.
That's going to be a massive game.
If you're going to ask me I'm going to say that the Rams will win the NFC West. I think we're going to have a hard time keeping pace. Just lost Bryce Huff, who had a day on defense against Atlanta, and it's been our only real reliable pass rusher. Kings of the North, Detroit. I just don't see us being able to hold. But we got Houston this week. I think we're going to beat Houston. Go to 6-2. I don't trust Houston this year. They haven't looked good. I guess they won 3 in a row. They went 0-3, 1-3, then they lost to Seattle the other day. So
yeah, they're very, very shaky, man. I saw that Seattle game, man. That was, oof. CJ Stroud has definitely regressed. I won't say it's all his fault, but I mean,
right.
Regressed nevertheless. But yeah, I kind of have the same stance as you. Especially like when I look at the NFC North, I do like Detroit coming out of the NFC North. I think Green Bay is they're squeaking by some teams they should be blowing out. You know what I mean? If they are the team that people think they are, why are you barely beating the Arizona Cardinals?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Hey, we got 8 people on the stream. Hey, make sure you like the stream. Helps us with the algorithm. And if you're new here, subscribe. We go live every Wednesday, 9 p.m. All right. And this is Unbeaten with Keaton Burney, brought to you by StreamYard.
Powered by StreamYard. Hey, make sure you turn your notifications on too, man, so you don't forget about us on Wednesday nights, man, so you know to check in. But yeah, no, like I said, I think I like Detroit coming out of the North. And it's like Green Bay has had close games with teams that they should be beating handily. I mean, even when they played Dallas was shorthanded and they tied. So I really haven't seen them play to their fullest potential since that Detroit game, and I think that was more or less Detroit not playing very well. To open up. I think CP said it best when he was on the show when he said that they played that game like they were still playing a preseason game.
Hey, don't look now. The Panthers are 4-3.
Hey, the Panthers got a winning record. The Panthers are playing well. Hey, the Panthers, they beat us.
They're right out of the playoffs. The Bears and then the Panthers. So yeah, the North is on the verge of having 3 playoff teams as well. Damn, if you had to ask me, I would say we might be the NFC team that doesn't get in. But since we banked head-to-head against all our division opponents, that's going to help us. One more division win. We're going to be 4-2 in the division. And with our schedule, I like what Kyle and Salah are doing right now. I got to give them credit as a 49er fan. And so I think they're out coaching teams.
Man, you remember what I told you offline, man, about y'all? Why y'all are hard to face right now? It's like because y'all are hard to prep for, man. You don't never know who the hell's gonna play. Like, man, how you game plan for a team and you will never know who's gonna be in the game?
Who gonna play?
Yeah, bro, y'all got a different injury report. Like different people on injury report. I mean, people coming back. I didn't know they were back. Like Kittle snuck back in there, man. I didn't even know he came back. I mean, next thing you know, Ayuk gonna just pop up at halftime.
I think he got 2 weeks.
Who Ayuk got 2 more weeks?
I think so. But there's also some rumblings that they might try to move him, but they can't move him till he plays. So he got to get out there and play.
Yeah.
Hey, teams better start scouting our practice squad.
Nah, real talk, man. Y'all just got people. Is Brock Purdy coming back this week?
No, they don't. And Kyle said this week they don't have a timeline on him. That told. I think the further it goes along, they might have to come to a point where they might shut him down for the season.
Is it that bad? Or
yeah, they said it's that bad.
Is it that bad, or does Kyle?
Or is it like the Minnesota situation where you're like, oh, we're gonna let Carson play You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of McCarthy. I think there's a little bit of both there. I'm not gonna lie. We ain't rushing you back. It gets to a certain point, they're gonna have to make a decision. But hey,
You know, Kyle love him some Mac Jones.
who?
Who? Mac Jones. So hey, I mean,
Yo,
go stick.
CP, I think he was trying to move that. It's always been contentious, but I feel like he was just doing that during contract talks.
Ayuk.
Yeah, because they signed him like last minute. Then he getting hurt last year. It's been pretty contentious the last year. I think he's been a malcontent. I don't know. I'd like to keep him.
I think
What's up, Micah Miller? Hey, appreciate it. Hey, while you're here, just like the stream and subscribe and tap in.
thank you.
And what are your comments on the NFC? What do you got? Who's your team?
Man, thank you for checking in. But so I think that who else we got in the NFC, man? We mentioned the Rams, we mentioned Detroit. So how do you feel about I'm gonna test this out this week, man. I got to see what Dallas does against Denver, against a legitimate defense. But you got the number one offense over there in Dallas playing in the NFC. They have a bottom of the barrel defense that's starting to improve. They got like 4 or 5 people that are going to be coming back, so they can at least get to middle. I think if this team gets middle of the pack defense, this defense plays to that level, I mean, the sky seems to be the limit. I feel like they can win that division. They can take that from Philly. What do you think?
I told you when they traded Micah, I like everything that Dallas is doing. I think it's setting up for next year for y'all to get a lot younger. You're going to have 4 first-round draft picks in the next 2 years. If you guys draft right, you guys could be in a really good position 26, 27, 28. I really feel like that, and it's kind of pissing me off because you got a good quarterback. I like what your coach is doing. Your running back, love what he's doing for my fantasy team. And I just see Dallas, but I don't know, man.
This is a good test for the offense. I really want to see them against a legitimate top 5 defense to see, like, if Dak still functions the same way as he's been functioning. He said he goes. Michael Miller said, me personally, I go Eagles. Got to keep the peace in the household. Hey, look, well, allow me to introduce myself to you. So, Mr. Miller. So I live in a house divided. You know what I mean? My old lady is a diehard Eagles fan. We got house divided floor mats and blankets and stuff all over the house. And, and we all also have a tradition. Every year we alternate either going to Philly or Dallas, and we go to the game when they face each other. So I understand where you're coming from. You know what I mean? But ain't nothing peaceful over here. When we win, I'm laughing. When we lose, she's laughing. But I understand.
But Rams versus Live. I agree with this. I probably would pick this matchup as well. But still, fuck the Lambs.
I mean, look, man, you're a 49ers fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. We don't want to see our division rivals. We don't want to see anybody else in the NFC Championship other than our team. But at the end of the day, we're football fans. And one thing we can both agree on is that is a good-ass matchup.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. I would favor the Lions. Or I would want to see the Lions take it, but I don't know. Who do you think would have a better chance against the adversary in the AFC?
The Rams.
The Rams?
Because they've already done it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already won a Super Bowl with McVay. I like their team. I like the players on their team. I don't like their team.
Right.
But You know, I'm a Niner fan. That's our best win this season. We weren't supposed to win that game. We stole that game.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
four
saw it.
first round picks. So what I mean when I say 4 first round picks, let me clarify. Dallas traded Micah Parsons for who's the player y'all got?
Talking about geez, I can't get his name out. If you hadn't asked me, I would have told you. The big guy, the defensive tackle.
Okay, so for a defensive tackle, we won't worry about his name, and 2 draft picks.
Yeah.
So they got the Packers 2 number ones the next 2 years, 26 and 27, and they have their own picks. So that's 4 first round picks. Sally, brother.
Well, sadly, your brother would not allow me to root for another team. I was basically black. Well, you know, hey, that is life.
They had Odell and Aaron Donald when they won the Super Bowl. Now they got Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Verse. They still loaded with talent to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they got Puka and Devontae Adams, and they got a nice running game with Kyron Williams, and they got a great defense. I mean, yeah, I mean they're still pretty stacked. I don't know, it's just something, man. When I watch the Lions play, it's just this level of intensity that they have when they're on. They turn all the way up, man. Like on both sides, the running backs look faster than everybody else. They hit harder than everybody. Like the defense, they were playing with like backup defenders this past week, man, and they were out there
That's
flying.
not impressive to me.
Flying all over the place. I mean, it's not impressive to you, Keith. God, we get it. The 49ers, y'all play with the damn replacements. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got, Shane Falco and Clifford Franklin and everybody else playing wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't playing. Y'all ain't about to be playing nobody, man. Y'all got that cupcake schedule because y'all were terrible last year. So y'all got it made. Y'all might actually make the playoffs, man. Y'all might actually make the playoffs from winning the division, but y'all got to play the Rams again. So
couple weeks we got the Rams. I'm not sure Stafford makes it through the season. It'll be tough if the game is in LA though. Yeah, hey, I didn't know Stafford would make it to the start of the season, so I don't think that's bad. That's a bad take, but I'm not going to count on him getting injured. The thing I know is he'll be healthy when he plays us, and anything after that, I don't really care. You know what's funny? I had a Commanders fan text me like a video of some radio guy talking about all their injuries. The day after they lost to you guys. And only thing I text him back is, you do know I'm a Niner fan, right? The last thing I want to hear about is fucking injuries. You think I care about y'all injuries?
Oh, y'all just get injured all the time. I just watch a 49ers game and this is like,
look,
we have to take an injury timeout.
I have a take now as a Niners fan. You used to get pissed when people like hold out or all this contract stuff. Now, every player that holds out, I'm on your side. If you suit up as a San Francisco 49er, you're probably going to the hospital at some point. Because it's not like, oh, man, he sprained his ankle. He's out 2 weeks. It's like, no, your ankle's going the wrong way. You're out for the season. Brandon Ayuk, you're not just going to tear your ACL. You're going to tear your MCL and PCL.
Right.
They're like, our injuries are like career-changing injuries.
Yeah, y'all have like it's over. Like there's no coming back.
And you know what's bad too? They might have to look at our doctors, because I don't know if you remember the Bosa game when Bosa tore his ACL. The doctors at halftime or something were saying, oh, he might be back. But he's nodding up to his parents like, nah, I've torn this ACL twice, right? Not good. So that doesn't look good that the doctors are like, hey, you can come back, Bosa, or you'll be fine. And he already knows, oh, this shit is over. Like, what are you talking about? It's
Man.
rap.
Keith, I've been telling you for weeks, y'all need to fire your entire training staff.
No question.
I'm sorry. It can't be a coincidence when a bunch of different players start getting injured on your team and it's just nonstop and it's a constant. It's like a lot of them are non-contact injuries at times or whatever the case. Man, you got to start looking at your training room a little sideways. Like, yo, why are all our players getting injured? Why is the condition? What is going on with the conditioning? Something's going on in that facility that needs to be, observed because that shit is not normal, bro.
At all. My man said I wouldn't mind trade. Yeah, but you can't trade Bosa with a torn ACL. We got to get him back on the field.
Right. Hey, you saw Dallas was trying to get Max Crosby. Did you see that?
They put a phone call in.
They legitimately tried to get him. Like that was like not a rumor, and the rumor was fueled. I don't know if Max Crosby was trolling or what, but he just started following a bunch of random players on the Cowboys team. So he was firing up the rumors too.
Oh, he want to get up out of there.
Yeah, he's publicly saying he wants to stay, but we know the truth.
You said what?
He's saying publicly he wants to stay in Vegas, but
they're paying him a lot of money.
They are.
They paying him a shit ton of money.
It's just like Myles Garrett, Does Myles Garrett really love Cleveland that much, or does he love that Cleveland, maxes him out?
I think he likes Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Love is strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not. People want to get traded to you. Give him 50. How much did they give him in guaranteed money?
In guaranteed?
Yes.
That was a lot. He was top of the market. I mean, he reset the market. So
right.
I mean, it was pretty high. But yeah. Oh, let me see, man. I got
123 million guaranteed.
Good grief.
An average salary of 40 million.
And Cleveland ain't a bad city. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too bad out there. Right. Wintertime a little cold, but hey. Nobody loves Cleveland.
Mike. I think that's going to derail Tampa a lot. Even though Baker's playing at an MVP level, that Mike Evans is a constant. So, damn, is this going to be the first season he don't get 1,000 yards?
Yeah, man. I thought about that as soon as he went down. I was like, wow. That's
so insane. They said season. I know they said he was down, so he's out for the year.
No, well, he hurt he broke his clavicle, like his collarbone. So,
right.
That's a difficult. It's one thing I've seen quarterbacks come back from that type of thing. Right. I remember Tony Romo played with a broken one, had a thing holding it together. But if you are you're a deep threat, high point wide receiver like that, I don't see how you can play with that injury.
It just says extended time. I don't really know, but to your point, it's October with a broken bone. That puts him at least probably around Christmas.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know
at the earliest.
I don't know.
I just think that's tough on Tampa, and he's not getting any younger. But it's not a lower extremity injury, so I would, if it was definitely something.
Well, I will say this: they're used to playing without him because he came back. He was just coming back from an injury in that game.
Right.
So they got a rookie wide receiver who's easily offensive rookie of the year up to this point. They let Jackson Dart or Scatterbo, make a case. I'm sure they've entered the chat.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Ibuka is legit.
I agree. Just ask Joakim Noah. Nobody loves Cleveland.
What's so special about Cleveland?
You ever go vacation in Cleveland?
I went up there for a conference, and it's pretty nice, man. It's a nice sports town. They got a nice area out there that we were in. It's not bad. Cleveland's not that bad.
Now, I hate to stir the pot. Then why are you stirring the pot? Which team's dynasty was the most dominant? Early 2000 Pats, 90s Cowboys, or 80s Niners?
Oh, wow. Man, look at Micah really staring the pot. I like this. I like this question. Who was the most dominant? I think you almost break it down into units. You know what I mean? I think the best quarterback head coach combo is definitely Brady and Belichick. I would give them that. Would you? Or would you give that to Montana? And you know what I mean?
You're not talking about 6 because they got those couple 2 or 3 late. She's talking about pretty much 01, 03, 04. Because remember, they didn't win again for another 10 plus years.
It took time off.
So if
They
you're just
got two
talking that,
they kind of got 2 dynasties.
yes, people count it as one, but it's kind of 2 separate dynasties.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to count the one dynasty right
It's
now.
the 2000s. Okay.
And if we do that, I'm going Bill Walsh in Montana.
You can go Bill Walsh in Montana, the coach combination.
But if you ask me who was the most dominant, Dallas.
That offensive line.
I mean, we did win a Super Bowl 55-10. But I feel like the Giants, I think there was other teams in the 80s that won multiple. I think the Redskins won a couple. That Bears 85 team might be the best defense of all time.
Ever. Yeah.
And I feel like Lauren, I don't know if they won. I think they won in the 80s though, Giants. Maybe it was 1990. Even though I think we won 4 in the 80s. There was still, because think about it, NFC won every single championship until from the 80s until Denver won in 97.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, pretty much. The degree of dominance that Dallas put on
I think we were more consistent in the 80s. We won 4, right? But I think the dominance of Dallas in the 90s, at their peak, I feel like they were the best. I don't know. I just remember I felt like, damn, can't nobody beat them. And we had to buy Deion Sanders to beat them.
Right.
Otherwise, they might would have won 4 in a row. Thank God.
we got them eventually, though.
That's fine.
We got them eventually. But
so I would go Cowboys, Niners, Patriots.
Their division wasn't that strong at the time at that particular juncture either. You know what I mean? I think the Jets were pretty good, but for a little bit with Rex Ryan.
That's a good point he just made. Tampa Bay knows how to find wide receivers like the Niners know how to find linebackers.
Yeah. Yeah, they do have a great.
He said 3 teams I hate. Right? So Pats 01, just 03 and 04, because we're not talking the 2016s and all that later on.
Yeah.
I just thought they were a regular team. Maybe I'm sleeping on 03 and 04 and 01, which I still don't like that tuck rule with the Raiders. So they stole a championship there, but they did go back to back. But so did Dallas and San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I just think the amount of Hall of Famers on Dallas and San Francisco is crazy.
Why as a Steelers fan do you hate the 49ers that much?
I know 2 years ago we kicked their ass in the teeth. Open the game.
This is more recent. This isn't about history.
Nah, I don't hate the Steelers at all. But I think
I don't either.
I agree the 2000 Pats were manned by their defense, but their offense was not. Whereas the Niners and Cowboys had Hall of Famers on offense and defense. Like you go to the Niners, you have Ronnie Lott, Ken Norton Jr., Charles Haley. Then on offense, you got Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. Like the Patriots didn't really have all that.
Charles Haley Yeah, he's a Cowboy too. So
That
I would say
pisses me off
he's
still.
more of a Cowboy than he is a 49er. He don't acknowledge y'all like that.
Yeah, but I feel like he won more chips with us.
Man, he won a lot of chips. He got a lot of rings.
I think he got 5 or 6.
Yeah, he has a lot of rings. I think.
Thoughts on Thursday night football projections.
You got Aaron Rodgers making his return. He's facing off against Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
I got Green Bay. I'm gonna go Green Bay.
I think Green Bay has the better team. I still think even Aaron Rodgers, even an aging Aaron Rodgers, is still better than Jordan Love right now. I think Jordan Love still has a lot of growing to do. He's still not very situationally competent.
Right.
He's very skilled. He can get the ball down the field. He can throw the thing. He's talented.
Right.
But situationally, man, he's kind of, I don't want to call him a choke artist, but he does tend to make poor decisions. I kind of view him maybe a few steps above Caleb Williams. But I think Green Bay gets the win because I think they are a better team.
Right.
A lot of people don't have a lot of faith. The reason people still think that the Ravens could potentially come back from being 1-5 is because they don't have a lot of faith in the Steelers. But man, who knows, man? Aaron Rodgers might snap. You know what I mean? Him and DK.
That's true.
But that team, man, the Steelers got a lot of veterans on the team, though. If you told me the Steelers were the Steelers about they had those same players like 5 years ago, then I would say nobody has a chance against them, man. They got a bunch of like OGs on the team.
Right.
But it's like, man, you tell them you got Aaron Rodgers on one side, you got Jalen Ramsey and the boys on defense, and you know what I mean? But yeah, I just think top to bottom, man, Green Bay just has a better team. They got a deep wide receiver core. I think Christian Watson's back, I think.
He said because we suck on it. Hey, well, actually, when we beat y'all a couple years ago, we came to Pittsburgh. 30-7, I think.
Oh, he's talking about the Steelers 49ers game?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
West Coast offense versus the greatest O-line of all time versus the Tuck rule. Yeah.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Hey, we got 10 people in here, too. Only 7 likes on the stream, man. Y'all like it. And I appreciate y'all subscribing. Picked up 3 subscribers since the stream started. Thanks for joining the Unbeaten Mob.
Outstanding. The mob is.
Haley was on demon time. He definitely. He did in that documentary to get out of San Francisco.
Bro,
I still wouldn't have traded his ass to Dallas, though.
I never knew that story, man.
I didn't either.
That was crazy.
For those that don't know, Charles Haley went up to the GM's office in San Francisco because he hated it so much. And he used the bathroom in the office. That's all I'm going to say about that.
You're not going to say that he peed on the desk?
There he is. Top 5 teams in the NFC. We kind of been going through this, but we haven't named the top 5. I like this.
Yeah, we didn't. Top 5. Top five. So, all right, who you want to go with number 1? I think the
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
I was going to say the Rams. I was a toss up for me. The Rams with Detroit.
I'll go Rams, Detroit.
I think the Rams got the better quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, when healthy, the better defense. And the better receiving core.
Rams, Detroit, Bucks, Green Bay. I'm gonna go Green Bay then Bucks. And
you
then
said the Rams, Detroit, and then said Green Bay, then the Bucks. You ain't showing Philly no love?
Let's go Philly then Bucks.
Yeah, I think after this week, you got to put Philly above the Bucks.
That's what I said.
Until further notice.
Yeah.
The Bucks had a bad showing this week. I mean, they've been solid, up until this week. So I'm not going to count them out. But that was ugly. And then they lost Mike Evans.
Right. Yo, how pissed was Mike Tomlin about that trade?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did tell us. He was on the show last week, and he did say that they were going to lose. Oh, Mike Tomlin was he already knows. He already knew he had a losing record against Flacco. That was a historic reference. It's like, man, y'all gonna trade him to a team that has Jamar Chase and T. Higgins as wide receiver. Like, Flacco ain't never had no receivers of that magnitude to throw it to. You know what? Smith Sr. maybe?
I like Anquan Bolden.
Who else? You had Mason.
No.
But I mean, Torrey, but
I ain't mad at this 5, Dominique.
Yeah, Lions, Rams, Eagles, Bucks, Packers. Yep.
We kind of had the same teams, just different order.
Yeah, I think we all are. Yeah, I was going to say we all in agreement on the teams. It's just what order do you want to put them in? But yeah, those are clearly the top 5 teams in the NFC. Yeah, Bucks had a bad game, but the officiating was pretty bad. But I watched that game. I watched that entire game. Yeah, they were struck. The offense, especially Baker, they were struggling against. Detroit just showed up, just ready to play, man. I mean, they had some backups in it on defense. You wouldn't have known if they hadn't told you. You know what I mean? So they just gave them all they wanted, man. And Tampa Bay has been playing these close games and winning by the skin of their teeth at the end. That's not a recipe for success, man. You can't always bet on that. Bet on Baker making some big miraculous play at the end. He paid the price for that when he played against Philly. You know what I mean? When they played Philly and he threw that interception trying to force the ball into the end zone on second down. So, I think they just have their playing style is not sustainable, for wins. Kind of like how we've been feeling about Philly. Like, they've been winning, and people, but they're you heard. What do you think about what Saquon said, man? Saquon had the statement basically saying, he's tired of people talking about how it looked when we won and all of that in the third. A win's a win, blah blah blah. Do you have that same stance, or do you think it really matters how you win? Because from a long, I personally think when you look at it from a long-term standpoint, or the longevity of the season, that it's reflective on games where you might not be able to win the same way. But what do you think about that, Keith?
I am not a style points win guy in the NFL. I've said that before. I am like that in college. You're going up against pros. The margin of error to me is very small. Everybody's getting paid. And so sometimes you just got to grit out tough wins. That's just my opinion on that.
Yeah. I think, I think people are just wanting to see Philly look the way they did towards the end of last season, where they just look like they could beat you any kind of way, but they could dominate you. They just don't. I guess their wins this year haven't looked dominant. They look like they're barely, getting by. You can look at circumstances in their wins where it's like, man, if this would have went the other way, they would have lost. Like, the ball kind of just been bouncing their way, as opposed to them actually dominate, having convincing wins. So I think that's kind of where people stand on it. But so moving to the AFC, man. So You know, the Chiefs have been bouncing back. A lot of people have picked them as the favorites again. You know, Patrick Mahomes been looking good. They've gotten people back. Xavier Worthy, of course, came back. Rashee Rice is back. So, you know, Patrick Mahomes is looking in due form. You got Travis Kelce looking good again. But, you know, as they jump back in the mix, some of these other AFC teams have, you know, kind of supplanted themselves as legitimate contenders. So how do we feel about the Chiefs? Are they the favorites this year? Are they still the favorites to come out of the AFC? Or are we impressed with the Colts or, you know, the Patriots or even the Broncos and what they've done and the strides they've made?
What's crazy is if the playoffs started today, the Chiefs would not be in.
Isn't that something? On the
And
bubble.
I still would have them favored. I would. I trust Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. They got their receiving core back. And so I think they're poised to make a run. And I haven't really looked at their schedule, but I mean they play a first place schedule every year. They've already got some of the tough games out of the way. They did lose the divisional game to the Chargers. But I just until they're dead and out of the playoffs, they're always going to be high on one of my teams to come out.
No doubt. Yeah, you trust them, right? Is what we're used to seeing. We've seen the story time and time again. We've seen them, you know, seemingly look like they fallen off or they were getting those ugly wins that we just talked about with Philly.
Right.
But, you know, somehow they ended up still making it back to the Super Bowl. When they get in the playoffs, you know, all bets are off, man. I mean, you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? The Super Bowl was a different case because that was a smackdown.
That was an ass whooping.
Yeah, they got their ass thrashed.
What the young boy say?
Belt to ass. What do you say?
What the young boy say? Belt to ass.
Belt to ass. It wasn't even about the scoreboard. It was like if you watch the game, you're just watching a physical beatdown. The image of Jalen Carter's smacking the hell out of him, the still shot of it, him going back like that. It just implanted in my brain from that game.
Yeah, we know, Dominique.
But yeah, coming out of the AFC, you got to trust them. I mean, how much faith do you have in Daniel Jones? We know the NFC knows Daniel Jones. We've seen him make a run before to the playoffs. You know, so and he had a running back the caliber of Jason Taylor. I mean, not Jason Taylor, Jonathan Taylor. Right. You know, so and Saquon Barkley. You know, so I mean, we've seen him get to the promised land and not necessarily, you know, get through the woods. So how confident are we in that? Do we really think the Ravens are going to bounce back? People aren't even talking about the Bills anymore. Like the Bills have become an afterthought in a lot of people's minds. I think they're still there. Josh Allen is still there. But are they better than the Chiefs right now?
I would take the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
I would take the Chiefs over the Chargers.
You know how I feel about the Chargers. Y'all were ready to jump
on the Chargers.
Y'all was ready to jump on that Chargers bandwagon. I've been telling y'all for weeks about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is fraudulent. He's a good quarterback. He's really good. He's not a scrub. You know what I mean? But the respect, the adoration, the level that people place him on drives me crazy because he's done nothing. He hasn't accomplished anything. You know, stat padding, whatever. How many playoff wins does he have? You know what I mean?
0, right?
0. Like with this guy he's done nothing. Y'all talk about him like he belongs on the same tier with Josh Allen, with Lamar Jackson and those guys.
Facts.
So, but no, I'm just like I just don't get like people put Chargers. They're pretty good, but I mean, they look like a first round exit. Just like they always look when they're good enough to make the playoffs. I'm just not. I've never been sold on Justin Herbert. He's not Trevor Lawrence, but he's kind of Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer got to an NFC Championship.
He did, but you remember all of those years with
Cincinnati.
Yes, where they never made it out of the first round of the playoffs.
I mean, it's Cincinnati though.
Right. Well, I mean that's but I don't know,
like
man.
Going to Cleveland.
Maybe they'll make a run. Maybe he'll do something different this year.
Justin Herbert isn't going anywhere with Greg Roman. If Lamar couldn't win with Greg Roman, Herbert isn't either. I mean, but Greg Roman got Kaepernick to the Super Bowl. But I understand the offense is kind of like it's older to me. It doesn't really have a lot of innovation.
It's a little archaic, man. A little archaic, a little predictable. Not enough. I mean, a lot. The more modern offenses are running a lot of motion. Pre-snap motions. You know what I mean? They're changing their setup. But it's like those. That old school look. The Chargers are not going far. It would be an imbalance in nature if they did. Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, if the playoffs started today, they would be in, right?
Yep.
They have a better record than the Chiefs.
Same record, but they beat them head to head.
They beat them head to head. Who's leading that division? Denver? Who's leading that division? Denver?
Denver's 5-2, leading the division.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just who do you see coming out of that division? Like, you're looking at I have more confidence in Denver than I do the Chargers. I think Denver's better than the Chargers. So I think Sean Payton is I mean, there's some great coaches in that division, don't get me wrong. That division probably got like the best coach lineup in terms of, what they've accomplished in their careers. You know what I mean? From top to bottom. Because you got Andy Reid, you got Sean Payton, you got Harbaugh, and you got Las Vegas, Seattle, championship, Russell Wilson.
You want to go to Russ?
This is a great segue. Because we're already in that division. Why not?
Sean Payton. After the Giants game, I don't know if you guys saw Sean Payton say he's real close with the Maras. And he told the Maras that he was hoping that they would make that quarterback change after they played Denver. Kind of insinuating, if that's the word, that he wishes that they would have played Russ because he feels like they would have smoked Russ. And so Russ finally claps back.
We need to quote him. That was a clap back. Russell said, quote, classless, but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media. Hashtag let's ride. So,
hey, let me get a thumbs up if Sean Payton should still be coaching after bounty hunting, or thumbs down if he should not be coaching, because getting players hurt or paying players to hurt and injure other players, I'm kind of surprised that he only got suspended for the amount of time that he did. But Russ finally claps back. Like, we don't see that often. People are always throwing shots and shade at Russ. And he wasn't. My man said Russ wasn't even this mad at Future. Why would he be mad at Future though? Because he took his son's last name.
Hey man, I feel like Future had more reason to be mad at Russ.
That's true.
To be honest. But
Hot take: the Broncos are the best team in the AFC. I mean, they're 5-2 right now. I
they are.
can't take nothing from them.
They are. I was just talking about earlier how that number one Dallas offense got a real test this week. We're gonna see how number one they are against that Denver defense in Denver, in the Mile High City, in that altitude. But back to Russ. So I'm peeling back the layers of what Russ was saying. He said he brought up the bounty hunting. He referenced that. And another thing he referenced was the Let's Ride. You know, the Let's Ride was the thing when he was with the Broncos, and
Right.
he kind of got criticized for it after they had lost or got blown out, and he said it at the end. Had that
Broncos country, let's ride.
Let's ride.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a Niner fan, so I don't really have a dog in the Russ fight. I don't want to see him flourish. Now that he's gone from Seattle, I guess he can flourish. It's fine.
You didn't want to see him flourish with Seattle. No,
I didn't want to see him flourish with Seattle at all. He flourished a lot against us. I think he was like 16-4 against us. I was tired of Russ. But Sean Payton seemed to I feel like he took pleasure in mistreating Russ. You know, took his parking spot, took away his office. I mean, he just was like, systematic. Look, think about this.
What kind of backhanded sympathy is this, Keith? Man, poor guy. He got his parking space taken. He wouldn't let him ride his golf cart on the field.
Can you imagine somebody paying you $40? What do they pay him to leave?
Too damn much. And somebody
and
paid
you know
me
what's
that
bad?
much to leave.
You know what's really bad? You know why Russ probably feels the need to clap back?
What's that?
Because Sean Payton was right. He wasn't right for mistreating him as a man, or what I think was disrespectful, but he was right in his evaluation of him.
Yes.
And where he's at as a player at this current point in time. So, I mean, he hasn't been the same since he left Seattle. Turns out they needed each other, him and Pete Carroll.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's funny, man. We were talking about Russ last week. You know, he still has the best statistical single game played by a quarterback this season. Still. But he's on the bench. But yeah, no, that Denver situation ruined his reputation. You know what I mean? Like, he was never viewed the same after that Denver, because it went so badly. It was such a bad situation that, and he was just so awkward and corny. And you know what I mean? It was all just, it really just ruined, everyone's perception of him. So, even he had a serviceable time, with the Steelers. Speaking of Steelers fans, I'll let the Steelers fans be the true judge. But, I mean, he never fully recovered from it, man. And he just doesn't get the respect that he used to get, prior to, leaving Seattle.
Right.
And then his teammates not vouching for him ever, doesn't help. It kind of, goes to show. You know what I mean? Prominent teammates with big names, a la Richard Sherman and Marshawn Lynch.
Hey, we got the stream to 9 likes. Let's see if we can get it to 15. Can we get it to 15?
Let's get it up, man. We're moving. As a matter of fact, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, man, so you can catch us right here on Wednesdays. Jump in the countdown. We love having y'all here, man. Shout out to y'all of the Unbeaten Mob. We appreciate the mob jumping in. You checking out the Unbeaten with Keith and Bernie. powered by StreamYard. And lock in, and we up.
What about the Jets owner throwing shade at Justin Fields? I don't think we're done. We're going to get back to Russ, but I like this. The Jets owner said everything that everybody been saying on Twitter. They just don't. People don't like when you punch down, and when you're the owner of a team, they want you to be buttoned up a little bit more. And the thing about it, he's kind of taking up for the coach, but like Justin Fields played terrible. If I'm paying you millions of dollars, I can't say it.
Y'all, I don't know. It's like he can't see the field. I don't understand the irony of his last name being Fields. He can't see that motherfucker.
Can't see that shit.
Like, I don't understand like what I would really love to be like in his purview, his point of view, like when after he hikes the ball. I don't understand how he's going through his progressions. I don't know if he's going through progressions at all. I mean, if you put pressure on him, his instincts are not to stand in the pocket and find an open receiver. They are to scramble. And oftentimes he turns his back to the direction he's supposed to be going, and he doesn't even know where to throw the ball.
Right.
So it's like, he lacks basic mechanics of a quarterback, let alone an NFL quarterback. So, right. I mean, I don't know. We were seeing him running around and stuff, man, back in Chicago. We might have been, missing the mark on him. Maybe we thought more of him than what he actually was. But
I thought more of him out of Ohio State. But, as a Niner fan was wanting to draft him, and then they were like, nah, Kyle. I know he was on Kyle and them website, been to some of their camps, so they know him. They was like, he is not drafting Justin Fields. I remember, I think Lombardi came on there as an insider, was like, that's the only guy I know. I can tell you he's not drafting him. It was down to Mac Jones and
he would have had another Trey Lance situation,
right,
with Justin Fields. You know what I mean? So somebody said he ain't been the same since he married Sierra. Russ was only cooking because of the defense. I mean, yeah, the Legion of Boom will prop up.
Didn't hurt. Didn't hurt.
But Russ got some records that still stand today that he set in Seattle. You know what I mean? Some passing records. So I won't discount him.
He wasn't Trent Dilfer out there.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? He wasn't it wasn't an Eli Manning situation, but Justin Fields' lack of field vision is ridiculous. I can't stand watching him this season. Yeah, it's hard to watch, man. Like did you see it was the dudes they interviewed like this young Jets fan after a game, and he looked at the camera. He said, "I hate this team. I just hate it. I was born into this, but I hate this team."
Oh man. Hilarious,
dude. I was sitting like, man, I felt for my man, dog. He was like, his eyes were watering, man. He's like, I hate this team. It's like,
let's see if we can find that.
Oh, yeah, that was a great clip. It was the young kid, man. Like he was maybe about 13, 14. But he was dead serious. I think you saw him, and he was like, he basically was a representation of the entire fan base. I think they all feel that way. Like that's a miserable. You found it
in the game.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
Y'all see them and get your thoughts on the game.
Y'all, he said that from the heart, man. He meant that.
He did. Pete Carroll and Russ both paying. I think he said paying for their sins now. What sins?
Who did they sin against?
The 49ers.
Yeah.
They sinned against my team. Hey, I'm happy to see both of them suffer. That ass whooping that Pete Carroll took on Sunday, he might be up out of there soon.
Right.
I see what he's saying. Should have gave that ball to Marshawn.
Right. Real
What
talk.
kind of offensive line do either of their teams have? I think he's talking about the Jets and somebody else. Who else were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about Justin Fields, and we were talking about Russ, but I mean, Russ is on the bench.
Well, Russ is cooking on the bench.
Yeah, but I would say, maybe he's talking about. I don't know. He might have been talking about Pete Carroll. You know, I don't know. Las Vegas Raiders. Hey, it's pretty sad all around over there. They're about in the same boat as the Jets.
I miss Geno.
You missed him in your conference? I mean, your division?
Correct.
Was he not? But he was playing good with Seattle, right?
Never beat us.
Y'all were good the whole time he was there.
I agree.
Y'all went to 2 Super Bowls while he was there.
One. Russ was still there in 2019.
Okay. Well, y'all went to 1 while he was there. Y'all were good.
You can feel the pain and embarrassment as well.
Talking about Pete? Man. Like I said, he was a representation of their entire fan base. Like, I think, it's just, yeah, man. You never want to be in that situation.
That man said, "I was born into this."
He said, I hate this team.
Huh?
He said, I hate this team. I felt that way before, so I understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean?
I've never felt that way.
I felt that way for about 24
hours. That man was like, "Yo, I hate this team. I was born into this." That's like, "Yo, I hate my family."
Right.
I was born into this family.
But that's what he was saying, right? He's born. His family was Jets fans, and he had no choice. It's like, damn it, born in this loser family fan base. Oh man.
D. Reed might cop it.
Oh man.
Hey, we got it up to 10. Let's try to get the stream up to 15 likes.
Yeah, man.
And thanks. We up to 407 subscribers. Thank y'all for rocking with us on Wednesdays.
Oh, we really appreciate it. Look, man, it's only going up from here, man. And it's all because of y'all, man. It's because of the mob, the Unbeaten mob. The mob is only going to get bigger and deeper. I told we're gonna get that 500 by the end of the month, Keith. I'm telling you.
Hell yeah.
500 by the end of the month. 1,000 by the end of the year, maybe more. Keep building, man. But yeah. So, where are we? Where are we at now? We were at the Jets. We were talking about Justin Fields.
I think every Cowboy fan has felt that.
Yeah, man. We've had some devastating letdowns, man. Devastating.
More recent than anything else.
Say what?
I said more recent.
Absolutely, man. Yeah,
3-12 win season, but you tend to run into Niner gang. Then you run into Green Bay gang. Y'all just need to stop facing the Shanahan family.
Man, look.
We
haven't faced them with Shoddy yet. Those are all McCarthy losses.
That's true.
McCarthy is no match for the Shanahan.
Oh, we're gonna get to the NBA. VJ Edcombe just dropped 34 points.
Yeah, it's going down tonight, man. I was just watching. It was crazy watching Inside the NBA on ESPN. It's pretty much the same. They changed all the TNT logos to ESPN. It's pretty dope.
Yo, started the season with a bang.
Right.
Let your man take us into our last topic.
Yep. Yo, we finally this is my favorite month in sports, man. This is the month where you get it all. You know what I mean? You get all 4 major sports all at the same time in season. It's the only month where you get that. But yeah, man, did you watch the opener last night? How nostalgic was it to see the NBA on NBC, man, to hear that. And then look, they even brought out Michael Jordan at halftime, man. I was like, yo, all they got to do, all they need is Ahmad Rashad interviewing him instead of Mike Tirico.
Right. Was a hell of a way to start the season, though. What a game.
Oh, man.
The Houston OKC game.
Double overtime.
Man, Shea is so tough.
He is, man. The Thunder still going to be a problem, man. They ain't even had a second best player playing. You know what I mean? Thunder going to be a problem. All of Texas, that Texas road trip the teams have to go on, that is going to be hell.
Yo, they talking about Wemby grew 2 inches. What?
Why?
That's nuts.
This fool jumps from the 3-point line, man. Like, why? Man. Oh, it's insane, man. But I think, are they playing right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of games going on right now.
Yeah, that's like, it's really popping right now in the NBA, man. Check out these scores, man. Like,
I'm looking forward to seeing a couple rookies play. You know, Ace Bailey from right here.
Yep.
In Cobb County.
Yep. So what do we think, man? What do we think about the scope of the East?
What did you think about the Lake Show last night?
What did I think about the Lake Show? I'm not gonna lie to you, Keith. I came away a little concerned. You know, Luka looked great. I mean, fantastic. I think him being in that, you know, he's in great shape now. Everybody's been talking about it in the whole offseason. You know, he was in the magazine and all of that. I think the biggest payoff for that is you see him on the defensive side of the ball with a little bit more intensity than he had previously. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he was unstoppable, just like he always is. I just, you know, I'm just concerned about the rest of the team. I think that there's something still needed. I mean, it's the first game of the season, man. You know what I mean? I need DeAndre Ayton to, you know, he's going to have to step up on the defensive side of the ball.
Have you seen those clips on DeAndre Ayton with the Suns?
Seen the clips? I mean, there are a lot of clips of him. But what do you mean specifically?
About how he was arguing with teammates and all that?
Well, you know,
I came across something random and he was just like, not rebounding, not playing hard. Then Booker's yelling at him. CP3's getting on him. Like,
he and CP3 didn't get along at all. He's the opposite of everything CP3 is about.
What, intensity?
Right. You know, CP3 he's not just a floor general. He's a team general, man. He's gonna hold you accountable. You know, and I don't know. I saw some good things and some not so good things. I think we still have a problem at that position. I do like Marcus Smart. That I think he adds grit to the team. I like he adds that kind of rough, you know, that rough edginess to the team that they needed, that they didn't have previously. Probably not since Patrick Beverly was there, maybe. Him and Schroeder. But I like that aspect. I thought Rui and those guys everybody still looks the same as last year for the most part. I mean, and that's the problem because I thought we were.
How long is LeBron
out? Did they give him a timeline? I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't know he was hurt.
No, he has that what do you call it? That.
How do you feel about KD on the Rockets? I don't know. I like the Rockets because I like Amin Thompson. I seen Şengün went crazy. He had 39 last night.
Şengün is nice. Yeah, I rocks with Şengün.
I think KD's old. I'll say that.
He definitely looked older. He's not. It's weird seeing KD open and teammates not passing it to him.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the loss of Van Fleet's going to hurt them, Houston.
Yeah.
But they'll get over it.
One game in. Yeah.
Smart tried to break Curry's arm. Damn.
Did you see that?
I didn't see
Like,
it. Damn, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yo, Curry like went up under there and like Smart like hooked him and then like went when he went down on it like that. That's how he got the flagrant one. But yeah, man, that was crazy. But nah, yeah, Aiden was looking bad. You know, they say it's the first game of the season, man. There's a lot of time, got 81 more games to go.
I usually don't go all the way NBA till like Super Bowl, All-Star break.
All-Star
I'm gonna
break.
be watching it. I'm gonna be watching it because we got to talk it.
Right,
But-
right. I mean, I look forward to the Christmas lineup, the Christmas games, and all of that. So I
started the
definitely
season off with a bang. Good old technical. He
Yeah.
probably set a record there. He gonna go after Rasheed Wallace's record.
He had and when they announced it, it just sounded crazy. And Draymond Green picks up his 173rd technical foul. Oh my God, dang. Good Lord, man. He gonna one thing he gonna do is get a tech.
Yo, my man said horrible in all caps. Yo, the Phoenix Suns picked him number 1 over Luka.
Y'all, that's crazy, man. Can you imagine that?
Oh, Brown got the sciatic nerve.
Sciatic nerve. Yeah, I was trying to look it up, and I remember it was nerve, something dealt with his nerve. But so I mean, I don't know what the timetable is on that. I think that's more or less how he's feeling. But he's about to be 41. So I mean, how much do you want to rely on him?
I would trade him if I could. I think he's going to retire.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's like, what are you going to trade him for?
Well, let's segue to this before we get up out of here. Who would they get? Because Luka, the Lakers are always going to pair stars together. AD and Bron.
Yeah, I will say this.
Powell.
I will say this, and this is in reference to the sciatic nerve.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely something that it's going to be based on how he's feeling. Who would they get? I don't know, but let me tell you something.
Okay, who would you like them to get?
Like this season?
No.
Oh, just in general. I mean, I would love to have Giannis make his way over. Him and Luka are.
But then then you got to take 2 of his brothers on the team.
Nah, man, we don't do that. We don't do that at the Lake Show, man. Nah, we had one of them.
If you get Giannis and that's what he wants, you guys will sign.
If that's what he wants, we'll figure it out. They can play on the G League team, But look, the rules are different in LA, man. We have a standard.
I think Giannis and Luka, that would be fun.
It would, man. Another thing to keep an eye on, this Jokic didn't sign his extension.
He just don't seem like a Laker to me.
Well, yeah, he joined the Lakers at this juncture. The Lakers will start to look like, it was back in the Jerry West days a little bit. But
y'all would have to put like the rest of y'all money into like 12 defensive players.
Right. But the two of them have been communicating. I know that much. I don't know if it's concerning. I don't know if it's related, but that's just something to keep an eye on. LeBron is upset that they didn't give him an extension after he opted in. And what did he expect?
What you want to extend a 41-year-old?
Right. Extend a 41-year-old. They just a big part of that is, he was happy to have Luka as a teammate, but at the same time, it's like the Lakers instantly shifted their attention to him. It's like, okay, this is the future. LeBron, and you're still here. You can stay if you want, but Jokic could literally retire at any point. That man does not care about basketball more than he does those horses.
At all.
Nah. And he doesn't care about much of anything. He don't care about being famous or nothing. Like he don't want nothing to do with the spotlight.
Bruh, they win the championship end of the year. That boy on a flight back to Serbia.
Yeah. He's like, I'm out of here, man. He's gone. But I mean, his game.
That man didn't even want to stay for the parade.
He wanted no parts of that, man. It's kind of like, I mean, Jalen Hurts was like that too. Like Jalen Hurts didn't want to be a part of none of that. But nah, I mean, look, if they found a way to sign him to the Lakers, I wouldn't be mad at it. He might be one of the most effortlessly dominant players ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
His game just looks like he's not trying. Everything just looks like.
He said you can't be the GOAT if you're not the best player on your own team. MJ was never not even as good. I don't know, because I don't argue with people that say Kareem is the GOAT. And there were some years where Magic was the best player.
Yeah.
What you think?
There's a timing issue with that. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a timing issue with this.
That's what I mean. That's my point. So, I mean, I think if you're talking about MJ, with the Wizards, I mean, it was the Wizards. You know what I mean? they were the damn Wizards. They didn't have anybody.
Right.
So yeah, he'd be the best player on the Wizards if he came out of retirement and went on the team now.
Right now.
Like, the Wizards, But,
yeah.
But I get the point. But no, yeah, it's different timing. I mean, Luka is 26 years old. You know what I mean? He's going into his prime. LeBron should have already retired, if we're being honest, but he doesn't feel like it, and he's still in great shape, and he can still play at a high level. He's still a top 15 at minimum player, even at 41. But
we got two Kareem is GOAT comments. Kareem is without a doubt the GOAT. Compares MJ his career stats to MJ. Kareem beats him in everything except steals. Then all right. Kareem is a GOAT. We'll break that down when y'all bring me on the show. For sure. All right. But we agree there was a time when Magic was the best player on the Lakers, right? When Kareem was on the team.
Yeah, I think I've had this debate, with them in terms of why I would have give MJ a slight edge. But, MJ has always been the best player on this team, but I mean, there's a good, I'm not gonna rain on Rock's parade. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let him get his breakdown. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, but yeah, we definitely will save that one. We'll save that one for on air. Do you think Bron is really a shady individual? That's a great question.
That is a great question.
Because
I think it depends on who you are. The one thing that I would say is, you know how Jay-Z did Dame Dash when it came down to it. LeBron's inner circle is very well intact, and you know what I'm saying? Maverick, Rich Paul, and them have pretty much ate off being LeBron's friend, right? And that whole crew. Now, is he shady to players? Absolutely, I think he is. Very passive aggressive. But to friends and family, I don't think he's shady. But basketball is business for him. If you can't further the LeBron brand, I think he views you as a liability. And with that, I feel like he can be shady for sure.
Shady, ruthless, however you want to see it. And it's funny you say depends on who you are. By saying that by who you are, you could be Russ, you could be Stephen A. Smith,
right?
You know what I mean? I think he's done shady things to people.
For sure.
But I don't think he's, I still think he's a great role model for kids. I think he's a great family, a great example for a family man, especially, as a black man, just, he's not somebody who gets in trouble or anything like that. He's a great example to follow. You know what I mean? But in terms of making, shady moves or throwing people under the bus, or you know what I mean, he's probably done a lot of that to people that we don't even know. Stories we haven't even heard. But, there are stories about other big time athletes where people might have thought they were shady. You hear stories about MJ that are out there where he might have did some shady stuff to somebody. But I think you led off with the most important point of all of this. It depends on who you are.
Right. Who depends on who you ask. 1,000%.
Yeah.
I'm sure Russ think he has three faces for one, because Russ isn't like that. I think Russ is the type of dude that kind of tells you as it is or what's really on his mind. He's just more like that, where I think LeBron is more self-serving when it comes to his career and when it comes to like, I think it's all about Bron. That's just what I think. And when it comes to that, and if it helps you at the same time, cool. If it doesn't, then forget you. And so,
some of those moves he was putting on Stephen A. Smith, man, I kind of got where I peeped where Stephen A. was coming from. It was very performative. He did some performative stuff.
Well, I think they both are that way.
They are. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, yeah. They're both guilty of it. But like I said, I've heard what LeBron said about Stephen A. And I think, he has points on what he said. And then when I heard Stephen A. say, when Stephen A. breaks down each thing that happened in that conflict between the two of them,
right?
You're like, you know what? Because, like, look, I mean, everybody saw LeBron. He gonna go on the Pat McAfee show,
right?
That comes on right after. He never gave Stephen A. an interview ever. He comes on the show right after him, and gets on there and just casually, shades him. You know what I mean? Belittles him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Basically made him sound like a little girl that need attention. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just the
hour and a half. Thanks for y'all rocking with us tonight.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all.
Where the sound bar at?
You know what I'm saying? Hey. And we hit a milestone today, man. We went up 100. We went up 100 subscribers, man. We appreciate it. Mob is getting deeper and deeper. The unbeaten mob. You know what I'm saying? We got family pulling up.
The unbeaten mob deep. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's keep it. You know what I mean? But how we closing out? Hey, give me your finals pick before we leave.
Woo.
NBA Finals. The way too early NBA Finals pick.
I feel bad about Halliburton.
I know, man.
That boy might miss the whole year. I got Thunder repeating.
Got the Thunder. Okay. But let's not pick the winner. Who you got in the finals? Like the matchup.
Thunder and Knicks.
Thunder
what
and
you
Knicks
talking about?
I'm gonna surprise a few people with this one, maybe.
Go ahead. Lakers.
So out of the West, from what I saw last night, I haven't seen the Mavs play yet at full strength. So I reserve my judgment because I think they're gonna be at full strength. If Kyrie is healthy with everything they got, I think they got a squad. But I'm gonna go with the Thunder in the West. In the East, I'm going to go with everybody wants to go with the Knicks. Everybody's paying attention to the Knicks. Everybody's looking at Cleveland. Don't sleep on Milwaukee.
Okay. Where's Lillard at in his recovery?
Not in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah, he's back in Portland. Damn.
Yep. Don't sleep on Milwaukee. I think and also another team not to sleep on. This is gonna sound crazy because ain't nobody thinking about them because they something always wrong. The Philadelphia 76ers. They're gonna get healthy.
Detroit basketball.
Let me dream. Okay. I mean, these things aren't as far-fetched as people think.
Yo, your man is hooping. Hey, what did he have last night? 33?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Thunder versus Cavs or Bucks.
Don't sleep
You
on
know who I think's gonna have like a breakout, maybe if they can win some games.
What's that?
Put his name in MVP. Paolo Banchero.
Orlando?
Mm-hmm.
My old stomping grounds. You know, I used to be a fun fact. I used to be a diehard Orlando Magic fan back in the Shaq and Penny days. Oh man,
They were fun to watch.
Yep, I stuck with them for a while, man. You know, I started to leak over to the Lakers slowly. When, you know, Shaq went over first, and then I think my last straw was when Dwight Howard left.
And that was it.
And I was also a Kobe fan, so it was like, and then you know, Pop's the Lakers fan. It's a family thing, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, man, let me just go ahead and go all in. You know, so I don't mind confessing that I did have a fandom for the Orlando Magic.
Right.
I realized they didn't care about winning because they, you know, haven't won. But yeah, man. Hey, I think we've covered it all, Keith.
We touched everything we wanted to.
Absolutely, man. Hey, make sure y'all put in the comments, but whatever y'all want to talk about on the next go around, man. You know, we definitely appreciate the mob for checking in with us as always. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. You locked in. It's the Unbeaten with Keith and Bernie, powered by StreamYard. Hey, look, man, we keep getting subscribers. We're gonna get more sponsors here pretty soon. Hey, we got a bonus comment. Hold up.
I agree with that.
Don't forget the Celtics in the East. I think people count the Celtics out because you know, people don't
Tatum.
Yeah, because Tatum's not going to be playing. I think that's.
I don't know. He's trying to make some noise.
It's crazy, man. They come back from these injuries a lot faster than they used to back in the day, man. Like they have all this technology to bring them back, that brings people back a little faster. But I mean, is it smart for him to try to come back too soon for a career standpoint?
How much are you paying him?
He's making a lot of money. Making a lot of money. One of the highest paid players in the league.
It'll be fine.
Is Jaylen Brown? He's healthy, right?
Yeah, he's fine.
He actually plays. Sometimes he plays better without Tatum. He has to be
Marietta boy.
Yeah,
I mean, they ended up winning a ring, but I think if they didn't win that ring, they wouldn't be on the same team.
Right.
And at some point, they're not. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I think they're going to be competitive. I don't think they're going to be championship caliber without Tatum in there. And they also lost. Al Horford is with
Golden State, right?
Golden State now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. Holiday was huge.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Portland now.
Yeah, he's in Portland. Yeah, so they moved some pieces out of there, man. So it's
Porzingis. Is Porzingis gone?
I think they might have moved him too. I think so.
Yeah, Porzingis is down here in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's with the Atlanta Hawks. So they tore the team apart, and Jason Tatum is out. You know what I mean? So it's like they're kind of a shell of themselves, but they'll be competitive. I still think they'll be a playoff team. I mean, the East is not that great, you know, but I think Orlando is a team to look at as a contender.
But
said, "Damn, they moved everything. Scratch that." Yeah, man. Celtics is an empty house right now. Everybody jumped off the sinking ship, I guess. Which, as a Lakers fan, we don't mind that.
you don't mind what?
Go ahead and trade somebody else. Go and get Brown out of there too, man. While you're at it, why not? But no, it's all good. Well, you got anything else, Keith, man, before we head on out?
Man, I got nothing. But hey, it's been fun.
It's been real, man. I got some Popeyes to heat up.
Do your thing.
That's gonna be our next sponsor, man. But
there it is.
Hey, man, I'm putting it in existence.
Hey,
man.
y'all, thanks for rocking on out, man.
Hey, man.
We'll see y'all next week.